Hey, it's Patrick Grosser with the 513 Flat Fee Real Estate Group at Fathom Realty. You may have heard about our full-service flat fee listings through a postcard in your mailbox recently. We'll talk more about those in just a second, but first we'll look at the Cincinnati real estate market news for 2024 year-to-date and compare those numbers to 2023 year-to-date. First of all, new listings are unchanged. Closings are down 21%. Median sale price is up over 8%. Median days on market is at 13 days. Total inventory right now is at 79 days, while active inventory is at 41 days. It is still a seller's market, but not as hot as it was last spring. So if you want to net the most money when you sell your home, you need a more sophisticated marketing approach, but you don't have to pay a 6% commission to get that because it comes standard with our full service flat fee listings. Visit our site at 513flatfee.com to learn more about our service and to find out how you can net the most money when you sell your home. According to Freddie Mac, the average rate for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage loan right now is at 6.6%. That is down 0.06% from last week's report. That's lower than it was at 7.79% as a high in October of 2023. So we do see some downward trends, at least compared to the last few months, to where we are now with the average mortgage interest rate. As I've said in videos previously here for the last few weeks, many economists are predicting that rates are going to go down a few different times this year. Some economists predict as many as 4 to 5 interest rate cuts by the Federal Reserve, which would result in interest rates coming as low as the low 6% range or even in the high 5% range. But right now we're at 6.6%. If rates do go down, as we've explained in previous videos here, again, the last few weeks, we would expect more buyers to come to market, which would increase competition among buyers with relatively the same amount of inventory. We don't have any reason to believe there's going to be a huge influx of inventory this year compared to how things were last year. But if rates are lower this year than they were last year, we do expect more buyers coming to market, which would translate to an even stronger seller's market, more multiple offers than we saw last year, more buyers competing for the same number of listings. That's obviously bad for buyers. That's obviously good for sellers. We haven't seen that happen quite yet. I think a lot of buyers are on the sidelines waiting for interest rates to decline. We did have some reports and predictions last year in 2023 that interest rates would come down farther than they did. So I will believe it when I see it. I'm not sure where interest rates are going to go. Right now, the Federal Reserve has not reached their target rate of 2% inflation. According to their reports, they're at, as of last month, they're at 3.1%. So they haven't reached their target quite yet. So I don't see any reason why they would be cutting rates quite yet. But again, I don't really know. So if you're buying or selling a home, I don't recommend trying to time the market. I don't know what's going to happen. Other so-called experts really don't know what's going to happen. They made predictions last year and they were wrong as well. So we're not really sure what's going to happen. I don't recommend timing the market because even if you do get a lower interest rate in the future when you purchase your home, if you're one of those buyers that's waiting on the sidelines for lower rates, that sounds good on the surface, but if you think about it, if it's going to result when you have lower interest rates in more competition, that means you're going to pay a higher price to compete with other buyers. You may have a harder time even getting the house under contract that you want because you may lose out in multiple offers more often than you would in a higher interest rate environment. For sellers, I also don't recommend waiting until the interest rates go down, although we do expect more buyers to come to market if that happens, because we don't know if that's actually going to happen, if interest rates are going to go lower. We're not really sure. So I think the best time to make a move, whether you're buying a home, selling a home, or doing both, is when you need to make that move or when you're really excited about making that move, when you have a strong need or desire to do so. Just do what's best for you in your particular situation according to your housing needs for you and your family. And you can work out the details in terms of who has the upper hand, the buyers or the sellers, and where are interest rates. Again, you can always lock in a fixed interest rate right now, even if it's higher than you want it to be. And if it goes lower and it makes financial sense, as you crunch the numbers on the costs of refinancing, it may make more sense to refinance to a lower interest rate later. The good news is if for some reason interest rates go against everyone's predictions and they actually go up, you would still be locked into a fixed rate for your 30-year term. And if interest rates never get lower than they are now, then you would be protected against those interest rates rising. Again, all signs point to interest rates going down, but we just don't know how much that's going to happen and when that's going to happen, if it does at all. So I don't recommend timing the market, whether you're buying or selling a home here in Cincinnati. I wanted to take a quick minute here to explain some of the data points. If you've been watching my market news videos over the last couple of years, you've noticed I've been using average sale price and average days on market. And now starting in 2024, I've been using median sale price and median days on market. Just a quick explanation on the difference between the two. An average is adding all of the numbers up and then dividing by the number of homes that are sold in the case of average sale price. And in case of average days on market, adding up all the numbers of all the days on market, dividing by the number of homes in that sample size to arrive at the average. The reason I'm using median is it's actually just more consistently an accurate number. So for example, the way median sale price is calculated, if for example there was 301 homes that have sold this past week, we would pick the number that's right in the middle. So 150 homes sold for more than this number, 150 homes sold for less than this number. This is the one right in the middle, number 151. If you're going from the top to the bottom, that's the median sales price. It's not an average, it's the one that's right in the middle. It's a better indicator because it kind of rules out the ones that sold for $5 million versus the ones that sold for $1. It takes all that out of it and just kind of looks at what is it kind of in the middle, what's normal right in the middle of the market. So that's median sales price. And the same idea goes for median days on market. So for example, rather than including new construction homes that may sit on the market for 700 days, a couple years, even before they're even building or they even sold the lot, and also include the ones that sold before they were even listed in the MLS, we take the middle. So in the example I used of 300 homes that have sold in the past week with median days on market, 150 homes took longer to sell than this number, and 150 homes actually sold more quickly, but this is the number right in the middle. It's going to be more accurate data for us. It's also easier and quicker for me to access that data, so when there are mistakes, we've had a lot of issues as we've been migrating from one MLS system to the other with price per square foot, the square footage not being correct. So I've also switched from price per square foot just to the general sales price of the home regardless of the price per square foot. The problem with that we were having is there was some issues with a lot of listings being reported as 1 square foot. So a home sold for $500,000 per square foot, and I wasn't able to filter out that specific one in a list to find out where it is. I had to actually go through all 300 of those individually to find the one that was actually wrong, that was skewing all of the numbers. So I think median sale price and median days on market is going to be more accurate. It's not a huge deal if you're not a data nerd like me. You're probably rolling your eyes and you don't really care about all this detail. But I thought I would at least share with you why that change was made. And the main idea is it's going to be actually more accurate data for us to take a look at. I didn't want to switch that in the middle of 2023, but we are comparing median sale price and median days on market to the same median sale price, median days on market in 2023. We always look at this time of year compared to the same time last year to see how we're doing this year compared to last year. If you have any questions about buying or selling a home here in Cincinnati, if you need some help doing that or you're just not sure when to start your search or when to list your home, we'd be happy to help you to make those decisions, to answer some of those questions for you. The best way to get in touch with me or a member of my team is to visit our website at 513flatfee.com. Click one of the links there to schedule a call so we can set aside some time dedicated to assessing your needs, and so we can map out a game plan for how we can help you to achieve your real estate goals. I'm Patrick Rosser with the 513 Flat Fee Real Estate Group at Fathom Realty.